life isn't always exciting and inspiring, and regardless of whatever toxically positive hippie feel-good trend is out there telling you that all you need to do is be mindful or grateful or smile more, the reality is that sometimes life is routine and results take time. So how come some people always seem content or motivated and others struggle? Ahoy, I'm Peter from Brighter Training, and today I'm going to discuss the concept of Ganbaru and how you can persevere when work, goals, or life in general just gets a little mundane or boring. Now there's some pretty cool stuff to reflect on, however if you do just want to jump to the tips, then use the timestamps in the description to skip ahead to the part that says 6 tips to apply Ganbaru to your life. And remember, those likes, comments, and subscribes really help us out, so feel free to do one or all 3 of them. We're sort of wired nowadays toward instant gratification. We're fed by a constant stream of input that triggers reward centers, and therefore we constantly crave the old feel-good chemical dopamine. Apps, games, likes on social media, same-day delivery. So when we have a tedious work or goal that takes 6 months instead of 6 minutes, we tend to get a little bit grumpy. So in the West, we like to apply and ideally commercialize concepts from other cultures, and Japan is a favorite place to steal from. Whether it's Ikigai framework for finding your purpose, to hiring a consultant to help you declutter by thanking your old junk before throwing it away. So here's another Japanese concept that you can consider to help you when things get a little bit mundane. Now it's a concept called Ganbaru, which basically translates to stand firm or they do their best. In Japan, it can actually mean a whole bunch of related things. Some of them are inspiring, some a little more directive. However, the interpretation that you may hear about over here is the idea of committing yourself fully to a task. Now in Japan, attention to detail, phenomenal customer service and efficiency seem to be a bit of an art form. If you walk into most stores, you'll likely be greeted by someone who will politely welcome you in, bow and rush in as soon as they realize that you need some assistance. Their appearance is pretty impeccable, the store is organized with products aligned and neatly displayed, floors and windows are clean, and when you exit the store, they'll say thank you, they'll smile and they'll bow. Now this isn't to say that Japanese people always love their jobs. In any job, some moments are tiring and boring and tedious. But the idea of putting your best foot forward in your work, or Ganbaru, is widely valued, no matter whether your profession is a CEO or a student. If you can exemplify the principles of Ganbaru, then your work will be respected. Now, when you think about what is necessary to enjoy work or stick to a goal, it's easy to point to the really big things. So money, status, the ability to gain valuable skills, or having a meaningful why. Now, these factors are important, but what do we do about the tasks that we have no control over in the moment? Or the parts in between, the big measurable bits? Well, we can find some meaning there too. So when we're positive toward our work, even boring work, people notice and our attitude uplifts the spirits of those around us. Now, knowing that you're doing work that is respected and uplifting to others can make any boring job better. Now think of the Lord of the Rings. Those little hobbits trekked almost 3,000 kilometers and it took them something like 150 days or more. And even though they broke it into 3 excruciatingly painful movies that could have been done as one decent movie, there was probably a total of 2 hours worth of excitement in that entire 6-month walk. So how did they do it? Since if the journey were taken today, people would probably walk for about an hour before stopping for a coffee to reward themselves, before heading home or jumping online to outsource the whole journey. So if you have a longer term goal, or you've got a bunch of boring tasks ahead of you, then here are some things that you can try in order to apply Ganbaru to your own life. So firstly, don't believe the brochure by putting any stock in other people's lives on the internet. So what people post is the best part of their lives, and most of those pics are the best of 10 attempts. They have filters applied, and chances are once they post them, the smile's gone and they just sit around waiting for external validation. So compare yourself to you and your goals only, and be realistic about your current situation. Most people don't have a significantly better or different experience than you're having. So do you hate studying? So do 99% of the people doing it. Exercise is boring and results take too long? Welcome to the reality that everyone faces. So just like home renovation shows, Insta and social media give unrealistic expectations on timeframes and other people's experience. Now next, reflect on the benefits that you bring or the benefits of what you are actually doing. So back to study and exercise, remind yourself why you're doing it, what it will feel like when you're done, one step at a time like a hobbit. But when it comes to boring, mundane work, approach it from the point of view of how it can make someone else feel. So whether it's working in retail or preparing spreadsheets, the work you do touches someone, and never underestimate the massive positive impact that you can have on someone else by making their experience great or their life easier. Another tip to get you through the tougher parts is to reflect on the past times where you've persevered or had a great experience or achieved something. So it's sort of like an appreciative inquiry. It helps you put things in perspective and to leverage your past experiences. This also includes reflecting on what the activity that you're doing now can actually do for you. So what skills is it taking? What lessons can you learn? Now, if life's getting a bit mundane in general, book some adventures in the future so that you have something to look forward to. It can be something big like a holiday, or it can be a coffee date and permission to order the most sickeningly amazing triple choc cookie cream frappe on the menu. Now, for anything that's longer term, so work, fitness, goals, studying, finance, celebrate your progress and schedule in some time to recharge. That really makes a difference and helps you get through those boring bits. Now at number 5, learn to be bored. This is an art that people have lost. You look around now and kids instantly need tablets and phones when they're bored for more than 12 seconds. And it's now across all age groups. So learning to be bored leads to self-reflection and innovation, new ideas and creativity. So if you're always doing something, then you run the risk of always being distracted. So have a goal, reflect on the benefits, and just be. Think, let your mind go, fantasize about new options, be bored. It's really quite good for you. Now at number 6, finally, control the little things. It has a snowball effect. So if you have a day of boring stock take or number crunching or YouTube script writing, or you're taking 6 months to escort a hobbit with a ring to Mordor, just take one step, then another, and repeat. Taking control of the small things, so cleaning, folding clothes, writing a paragraph for school, gives you momentum and satisfaction and inspires you to bigger and better actions. It's why they suggest if you're in a rut, just get up and make your bed. So the act of one successful task tends to lead to more. Even on the most adventurous of journeys, we will have to face dull tasks along the way. So instead of just shuffling through the drudgery, try embodying the spirit of Ganbaru. Just because you don't feel enthusiasm for a task, it doesn't mean that you have no say in influencing the way you experience it. So the idea of Ganbaru doesn't necessarily mean putting in hours of work and going overboard with practice or pushing yourself to the limit, because that can cause burnout, and exhaustion is not an admirable trait, not something that we should be really going after. Of course, the simple fact is, as much as we all love acronyms and 5-point frameworks where we can follow steps and tick boxes, the reality is that that is just another way that we attempt to get instant gratification. So keep it real. Models like this can help you with a starting point and a structure. However, good things take time and effort, and sometimes things are boring, sometimes you need to take detours, and you're probably kidding yourself if you think anything else. So test out some of these ideas, develop a sense of perspective, and maybe attempting to embody Ganbaru might be just what you need. Now feel free to share your own methods for pushing through the less exciting parts of life in the comments below, and reach out to us if you're interested in live training for your workplace on this or any other topic. And as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.